Welcome to Miami, 47. The innovation race is on its last day, and it is down to the wire. Thousands of eager fans are gathered for the final laps of this unexpectedly close race. Sierra Knox is expertly piloting her red Kronstadt car. Her father, Robert Knox, roams the nearby expo building where Kronstadt is showcasing its new prototype car. The Kronstadt RK Mark III has seen fierce competition from the Chinese Kowloon Heavy Industries' new racer. Moses Lee, CEO of Kowloon, has taken a dominant lead and looks invincible. Sierra Knox will need to risk it all if she wants to win for the third year in a row. The stakes are as high as they can get.
Hi, I'm Jimmy, and this is a Let's Play series of the Hitman World of Assassination trilogy. I will be playing all of the story missions on Master Difficulty with the default start locations and loadout. And yeah, this is the first story mission for Hitman 2. One thing I've noticed about Hitman 2 is that there's less of a difference between the levels on Master versus Professional difficulty. So, in this case, you're in for a bit of a treat. I'm doing a suit-only Silent Assassin run. That means I won't be doing any disguise changes. I was able to pull that off because I have a good suit-only run for this map, and as I said, the differences are small enough between Professional and Master mode that the same route works almost exactly the same on Master difficulty as it would on Professional. So yeah, this level is Miami. This is a solid Hitman level. I think overall the quality of levels for Hitman 2 are higher than they were in Hitman 1. I feel like Hitman 2 has a lot of really good maps. Miami is a great map. Yeah, it feels like a nice vacation. It's a fun location with, you know, big open area and lots to do. So here I am pausing. This is one of the first differences between Master and Professional mode is there's an extra camera up there, and in Master mode, if a camera sees you doing something illegal like trespassing, you can be spotted and it can ruin your Silent Assassin even if you delete the evidence later. So I need to take that camera out before I can hop over the fence, because that area over the fence is trespassing. So I want to take out my gun to shoot it. I'm waiting for that jogger to go away. Here. Yeah, here you see how terrible my aim is. I just couldn't really see where the crosshair was there. So, yeah, take out the camera, reload, and hop over into the trespassing zone. And here we'll pick up a hammer, so we have something to knock people out with. And we're going to go up here. There's going to be a couple of race marshals up on this bridge. I'm going to knock one of them out, and then from here, I'm able to shoot Sierra Knox's car. It's one of the things that makes this map easier than most maps is, you know, Sierra Knox is driving in a race car for most of the race, and you can shoot the car, and it'll cause a crash, and it'll count as an accident kill. So you can effectively, like, she's out in the public, and you can effectively shoot her, and as long as no one sees you do it, it won't ruin your Silent Assassin. And there, she just drove by. She's in the red car, trailing behind the yellow car. So yeah, I'm going to wait. It's going to take a couple of laps of me shooting, as I, mentioned, my aim's not particularly great. I'm playing this on a console, so it's hard to line up the shots. But I do eventually get Sierra Knox. The other nice thing is the silenced pistol. It does make some noise, but it's quiet enough that the race marshal over there monitoring the camera, he's far enough away that he won't hear the gunshots, so I can stand here and shoot until my heart's content. And there I miss. I'll wait for her to come around again. This time I'm going to try, see if I can shoot at her while she's coming towards me. So yeah, like I was saying, Miami is a great map. It's got a couple of fun opportunities for both targets. There's Sierra Knox in the race car, and in addition to just shooting the car, there are a couple of different ways you can sabotage the car so she gets killed or loses the race. There's one complaint I have about this mission. It's that if you don't want to shoot Sierra Knox, if you don't do any of the other like opportunities or mission stories to take out Sierra, you basically have to end the race early, or you have to wait for the race to finish. So there's like a lot of setup for a lot of the mission stories where you have to oftentimes you have to disguise yourself as a race marshal, disqualify the leader of the race so Sierra Knox wins, and then from there are a couple different ways that you can take her out as part of the victory ceremony. So yeah, there I try to shoot again. And next lap I'm going to shoot her as she's coming towards me, and I think this is the lap where I finally managed to get a hit. So yeah, so that's my one complaint, is that they could have... On the one hand, if you just want to shoot the car, it's really easy to take out Sierra Knox, but on the other hand, if you want to, you know, take her out after the race and follow one of the... There are a lot of mission stories related to Sierra Knox. If you want to follow any of those, the first step is usually to, like, disqualify one of the drivers so the race ends early. So you're not waiting forever for her to be done with the race. Okay, so yes, we're taking our first target. Now we need to move on to our second target, and he hangs out in the Kronstadt building. He's normally upstairs, but there is an easy way to lure him out of his safe house. And so it's pretty easy, like I said, to get Silent Assassin suit only on this level. So I'm going to be showing the route for that.
Hi there. How you doing?
So yeah, I've taken out Sierra Knox. Now I'm going, and the next thing I have to do actually is delete the camera evidence. As you probably have noticed, I've been caught on camera several times already. So if I want to get Silent Assassin, I need to delete that evidence. And it'll also be helpful to just take out the cameras so that I don't get caught by them. So yeah, I can talk a little bit about the story. As I mentioned, sort of after Hitman 1, specifically after the Colorado mission, where you find out about Providence and you learn a little more about the Shadow Client, the story starts coming into focus a little more. So now, at the beginning of Hitman 1, we're trying to track down and stop the Shadow Client. And, you know, from the previous mission, we got intel that Robert and Sierra Knox were working for Providence, but they had defected, and they were helping the Shadow Client. So we are working, presumably on the behalf of someone in Providence, to take out two individuals who defected from their super secret, evil Illuminati type organization, and are helping the Shadow Client, who is trying to dismantle Providence. So yeah. Yeah, that is one thing that I think is a little better about Hitman 2. Another thing, besides the fact that I feel like they've gotten better at making maps, and I feel like the overall map quality is higher in Hitman 2 than Hitman 1, I think the story is also coming into focus as well. Like, it's a little more clear what's going on, and you're getting more of a sense of what the stakes are. We know, for example, that the Shadow Client knows who we are and is tracking us down, so we know that we have a motivation. We have a personal motivation for why Agent 47 cares about tracking down the Shadow Client. Whereas before, in Hitman 1, we sort of mostly alternated. We were basically just doing a bunch of contracts sort of before the Shadow Client, but we didn't really know why or what the purpose of those contracts was.
Holy shit!
Or what his goals were. Now we know a little bit more about what the Shadow Client's goals are, and we know that he's potentially a threat because he knows who Agent 47 is. And obviously that's dangerous. So yeah, so now we've taken out the first target, we've taken out the evidence, and once I sneak back out into a non-trespassing area, I'm going to go ahead and save, because I'm easily more than halfway through the mission. So I just wait for a good time so I don't get spotted.
This is
And
the
now I'm gonna
Arcade
save.
Speed Mark III. This particular car is...
And now we're loading. This is from my successful attempt.
Production unit and is identical to the one Sierra.
So yeah, as you may have heard from the background, oh, they're talking about it now, but Robert Knox is very protective of that car that's sitting out there on the podium, and if anything goes wrong with it, he's going to personally come out and check on it. And if I weren't going for a suit only run, there's a nice story I can show you where you grab some extra flammable like fuel. It's like an oxidizer that you mix in with the fuel, and you can sabotage the engine and then pour that additive into the fuel tank. Here I'm waiting until the cameraman goes away so I can sabotage the engine. But yeah, if you sabotage the engine, you add that additive, and you dress yourself up as an engineer, you can rev the car while Kronstadt is investigating it, and you'll die in an accident. But that requires you to change disguises, and I'm going for a suit only run, so I'm just going to sabotage it and then wait for him to come out and fix it. And then on the way back, I will have a perfect opportunity. He only has one guard, so I just need to knock out the guard, and then Robert Knox is all by himself, and he's defenseless, so it's an pretty easy kill. So here I'm just killing time until Robert Knox comes down.
Imagine that. Isn't that illegal?
Here they're talking about the additive. That's part of the story I mentioned, where you can pour an additive into the fuel tank, and
Sounds like a good idea.
yeah, it causes a mini explosion, which takes out Robert Knox. So yeah, I guess talking a little more about the level. Like I said, this is like I sort of mentioned previously, a good Hitman level feels like a nice vacation, and Miami is a great vacation spot. A supercar race is a very exciting destination to sort of be at. It has a fun sort of party atmosphere. There's Robert Knox running out to look at his precious baby of a car. But yeah, so it's a fun level. It's big. There are a lot of mission stories. So it's a lot of fun. I feel like definitely the best map in Hitman 1. I think pretty clearly it was Sapienza, which I think I mentioned, like, the only real complaint I have is that it's a little too big and unfocused. With Hitman 2, it feels like a lot of maps hit this sweet spot where they're big, they're sort of comparable in size to Sapienza, but the way the level is designed, it's a little more focused around the targets, and more of the Hitman levels have 3 targets, which makes sense in a larger map. In a large map like this, having only 2 targets usually means that there's a lot of space that just is unused. In the case of Miami, they sort of use it by having a lot of side stories where, places where Sierra Knox goes after the race. Like, there's the whole podium thing where if she wins, she goes up and you can sabotage the fireworks to take her out. Or there's a place where she goes and does, like, shots, and you can disguise yourself as her rival and take shots with her and get her to drink poison, or kill her, take herself out in other ways. So yeah, there's a lot of fun opportunities. But like I said, they just require a lot of setup, because all of those opportunities, usually as a first step, they require you disguising yourself as a race marshal, going out with the flag, and disqualifying the lead driver so that Sierra Knox wins. So it's a lot of setup to before you even get started, and then some of them have like a lot of steps after that. Okay, so here Robert Knox is coming back, his bodyguard is following him. Here I'm going to use the soda can to knock him out. And yeah, Robert Knox didn't even notice, but I knock him out as well. And here now I'm going to drag his body down the stairs. I'm just worried that someone might step onto the landing upstairs and see the body. So I'm going to sort of quickly move his body down so that it's definitely out of sight of anyone who's upstairs. Not a lot of people go on this staircase. Like, I think I might have been fine leaving these bodies on the stairwell, but to be safe, I choose to drag them all the way to the bottom. There is a storage closet at the bottom of the stairs where I can hide the bodies. So yeah, first hiding the bodyguard. And now, yep, now I'm hiding Robert Knox. I still need to kill him. Fortunately, the Hitman devs are smart, and they don't let you hide. If you've got your body on, if you've got your target unconscious, they don't let you hide the body before you kill him. If you did that, there would be no way to kill him, and you'd essentially fail the mission. So here, I take the opportunity. I could just snap his neck, but I figure a shot to the back of the head sends a message.
Both targets down. Well done, 47. Head for an exit, and we'll speak again soon.
And anyway, I'm hiding the body, so it doesn't matter too much how I kill him. So yeah, now I just need to sneak out, and I can leave the mission the way I came, and that is a nice, clean, silent assassin suit-only run. Yeah, I didn't even pick up the pistol. I guess someone will find it later, but it doesn't matter. There are no bodies left out for anyone to stumble on, so it doesn't matter if a security guard finds the pistol and takes a different route. They're not going to find anything. I have cleaned up after myself pretty well. So here we go. Now I just run outside. I think I'm being paranoid here. I'm making sure no one's an enforcer, but of course I'm in a suit out in public. There are no enforcers for this disguise, and I'm not trespassing, so there's really nothing for me to worry about. Oh yeah, that's it. We're going to make a clean getaway. Walking back out right the way we came. So now we'll just watch to verify that I got Silent Assassin. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.